Hey guys, how are you? Hope you're enjoying your Tuesday afternoon. Today, me and my little helper are going to be making meatballs. I love these meatballs because as you're going to see, it's super quick to put them together, and then you just have to throw them into marinara sauce or serve them however you want. So, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start with 2 pounds of meat. You can use whatever kind of meat you want. Today I'm using Pat LaFrieda's ground beef. You can use turkey. You can use a combination of pork and veal and chopped beef, whatever you want. Don't touch the raw meat. So I will help you. I will have you help me with the mixing. How does that sound?
Yeah.
That sounds good. Okay. So we are going to put in. We're going to put in about 1.5 cups of panko breadcrumbs. Now, I recently just made a meat loaf, and where I used oats instead of the panko breadcrumbs, and that actually would also work in this meatball recipe. You could just use oats. Sorry, a little bit more confusing. Can you not do that while we're cooking? If you're going to do that, go get tissue. Go get tissue. Come right back. She will wash her hands before she touches food. I promise you that. Okay, so what I was saying is that you could use oats instead of panko breadcrumbs, but today I'm going to use the panko, kind of because I just feel like it, and sometimes you got to change it up, right? Did you wash your hands, my little pinky poo? No, you did not. Well, at least she's honest. All right, you're going to add milk if you want to. If you're not doing dairy, you could do water instead of the milk. So, not touching the food, we're going to have my little helper help me pour in the milk. And what's cool is that your kids can help you with this kind of stuff, because really these meatballs right now, it's going on, there's no cooking. I'm going to do very little chopping when I chop up the parsley, and really that's it. So I am going to take parsley. I would not leave the parsley out. The parsley is really yummy. What I would do is if you like have an aversion to the bitterness of parsley, I suppose you can do spinach, like fresh spinach instead. I think that would be nice. In fact, that would probably be lovely, to be completely honest. Maybe I should do that. But today we're going to use parsley, and I'm just going to chop it into really tiny small bits, because you really don't want to be having like a big bite full of parsley in your mouth. Cover your mouth. Nobody's going to want to eat these meatballs if you're coughing and picking your nose all over them. Right, Jade? Right, Mommy. Oh, here we go. I'm just going to block it. There we go. Block it. You know, we're a 3-year-old. This is what happens. Okay. So we're going to chop this up really well, and we're just going to do a couple tablespoons of the parsley. So after we mix all of the ingredients together, you're just literally throwing it all into one bowl. We're going to roll out our meatballs into small balls, and put them on a plate and let them sit into the fridge for about 30 minutes. If you want to do this in the morning and then have your meatballs sit into the fridge and form until, that's about a tablespoon. Oh, I'm just going to put all this in. That looks good. If you want to have your meatballs just sit in the fridge until you're ready to cook them when you come home in the afternoon, that totally works as well. Say hi to Grandma.
Hi.
Hi, Grandma. Okay, next step is we are going to use Parmesan. Now, you can use Parmesan Reggiano, like in a big block of cheese, which is always really good to have on hand. This smells delicious. It does not go bad. Like, it takes a really long time for a block of cheese like this to go bad. Or you can buy fresh grated, this is cover your mouth. This is Pecorino Romano, or you could do fresh grated Parmesan. I just would stay away from the, hear me, Mom, when I say this to you, stay away from like that canned fake cheese made of cardboard kind of grossy stuff. 1, it's disgusting. It's not cheese. And 2, is it really doesn't taste that good. So we're going to do this. We're going to do about 4 tablespoons. I'm just going to, do you want to help? Do you want to help, baby girl?
No.
You're just going to, now I'm going to eyeball this. You can eyeball this because the truth is, you can have an idea of what a tablespoon is, right? But if you want, you just grate this. Whoop! grate this over a bowl, and then you can measure out the exact portions. If you're a little more strict with how you're going to use your portions and you want to be very precise on your cooking, then that's fine. If you can eyeball it, then you eyeball it. And I can kind of eyeball it. But the fun thing about meatballs or meatloaf or stews or things like this, and this is how I love to cook, is if you do a half a teaspoon more of cheese or a tablespoon less, it really doesn't change the recipe all that much, right? So here we go, almost done. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna have salt, pepper, a little onion powder, some eggs, and then we're like all done. I'm gonna add some garlic. Do you like garlic, Jade?
No.
No? Okay, she doesn't like garlic. She likes boogers, but she doesn't like garlic. Okay, red pepper. You want to do red pepper? Salt, regular pepper. And so what I'm going to do with these tonight is I'm actually going to make a marinara sauce, and I'm just going to put these meatballs and let them cook in the marinara sauce. Now, if you don't want to do that, and I mean, they'll have to cook for a long time. You don't want to, once you put raw meat in your marinara sauce, it's really got to cook. Otherwise, excuse me, I mean, we're all going to get sick tonight. Otherwise, the raw meat will basically infiltrate your marinara sauce, and then you don't want to have that. So you really are, if you're going to cook your meatballs in your marinara sauce, you're going to have to let that thing sit for a while. If not, you can do 2 different ways of cooking these meatballs, and you could almost like par cook them. And what I mean by par cook is you could almost cook them all the way and then throw them in the marinara sauce. You want to do the egg. Okay, let's roll up your sleeves. What's always fun is cooking where your kids can help out. So let's see how this goes. Excellent. There. That's okay. We'll give that bite to Daddy. Okay? One more. One more. You doing it or not?
I don't want to do it.
You don't want to do it? Okay. Just do a couple of eggs. Okay, so the 2 different ways that you can cook these meatballs. Let me get back to that. You can put them in the oven. You can bake them. You just put the little rounds out on like a sheet tray. Can I have this towel, please, so I can dry my eggy hands on a sheet tray, and you just bake them. Or you can, hold on, let me just check what else I need. I'm checking my recipe. Salt, pepper, red pepper flakes, onion powder. Okay. The other thing that you can do is you can cook them on the stovetop. So you can literally put a little olive oil in a pan, and you can just kind of brown them on each side and kind of flip them over and brown them on the next side. Okay. Onion powder. That looks good. Now, we're going to move the knife away from the baby. We're late for ballet. But that's the beauty of these meatballs, is it doesn't really take a long time. So you're just going to mix all the ingredients in, get them all cooked in. Well, it's not cooked. Get them all mashed in, and it's going to look great. And then when it's time to cook these, they'll be all melded together. So, love this recipe because of its ease, because of how quick it takes to put together, and I just love the taste. I hope you give these a try. Make sure your kid washes their hands, and enjoy. Have a great Tuesday. Say bye-bye, Jade.
Bye, Grandma.
Goodbye, Grandma. Goodbye, Grandma.